So in this session, I would like to tell how to understand credit control area requirements for your customers. Like if you become a consultant, certainly you have to understand the client requirements before proceeding any configuration. If you see company code 1, company code 2, company code 3, you define n number of company codes. But I have only one credit control area. This is centralized credit control area. See, it is likely to happen like if you go for retail industry. So when a customer walk into a retail store, he'll pay the cash and he will buy the goods. But you don't have any chance to get goods on a credit basis. But when it comes to either retailers or distributors have a dependency on your client, certain cases. So for on very less product line or else for important customers, if the company is giving credit limit for certain customers only, such cases you can use centralized credit control area. Or else your finance system would like to have a track of all customer credits related to different kind of company codes across the world in the same umbrella preview. So such cases we have to use centralized credit control area. What is the difference? Suppose if you see, if I defined centralized credit control area, I have a company code 1, company code 2, company code 3, like whatever the sales areas which falls under will be responsible for this credit control area. Indirectly, it is controlling all the customers which falls under all company codes. Okay, certain cases you can say centralized credit control area single I mean single entity wise also. Okay, but when it comes to assignments, you have to define same credit control area to all the company codes. Let's try to check what is decentralized. If you see this, so company code 1 is responsible for credit control area 1. Let's take an example. All the customers belongs to uh, your country US. Okay, let's take an example. All the customer belongs to UK, credit control area 2. All the customer belongs to Africa, all the credit control, all the customers belongs to Asia together. Like that, it depends on the customer requirement. That's you need to gather. So certain cases, credit control area you can able to assign. So if you see decentralized, so under this company code, if you find 5 sales areas, those 5 sales areas calculation will happen this particular credit control area only. In the similar way, you will have like this. So you can if you go back to the previous slide, it is centralized, only one credit control area. Decentralized, company code wise you can able to define it. This is how you have to do it. So company code, assume that certain cases, see if you go for retail industry for secondary sales, company code itself is a distributor and plant. Okay, your distributor will be defined as a site. Retail industry, if you go to the either any manufacturing industry, certain cases, um, so if company says that depends on the region wise also they can able to define the company code. State wise also they can able to define the company code. Country wise also they can able to maintain their account books. It's all depends on all the client requirements uh, of the customer. Let's go for bank zoom. Okay, in bank they have created the branch as one entity and a service provider as one entity. Okay, bank is, so certain cases generally we don't have a credit limit. I'm just giving a typical example. Certain cases branch they can create separate credit control area. For an entity they create a separate credit control area. Like that they can able to define. If you go for what I would say business wise also they can able to define decentralized credit control area. Let's take an example. Unilever Finance. They are doing finance under one company code. Okay, Unilever consumer goods. They are doing one more company code. They are doing Unilever ice creams, specifically in retail. They can able to do it either brand wise, or it depends on the customer requirements, how they have defined the company code. In the similar way, what are all the customers which falls under that particular company code, what are all the areas which sales areas which falls under that particular company code. You must have a thorough study, okay, to gather the requirements. It's possible, like you can able to define either centralized or decentralized credit control areas. So next session, we're going to see what is credit check, how it is going to help you out for your credit management. Till here, whatever you're listening, you try to follow it. You have to try to thorough with, try to listen the terms which I explained. So you will get into the deeper of the practicalities slow. Okay. Thanks for joining the session. Thank you very much.